Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Hebrew Bible. Today, we are doing the reading on the 16th part of the 27th chapter of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the 24th chapter of the book of Zion. This is part of the dissertation, and I'm going to take up where it left off. Yes, when the gray come, they will take charge of our world, but not to rule over us, to save us from ourselves. We, like children, have done a great wrong. We broke our world, and as if it was a toy to play with. And now God is coming to fix it and to punish the governments for breaking it in the first place. We humans have nothing to fear from the grave. God has returned as promised. If you truly believe in God, you have nothing to fear from the grave. God is back. Gray are God, and they are here. We humans have been duped by our greedy, power-hungry elite, who have used fear to maintain control. And they have made matters much, much worse. We need to rejoice, not fear, because God is back. Everything we believe about God tells us that if we trust in God, God will love us. If we follow God's laws, He will bless us. We only have to fear God if we do things that anger God. So, be good. Do whatever God requires, and then God will save you from all harm. You don't have to fear God, i.e., you don't have to fear the grave. We have always known that. It's not the people of Earth that have reason to fear the grave. The elite of our planet. They are the ones in harm's way. They have defied God. They have attacked God. They have prevented first contact with God. And they've broken intergalactic law. They have denied that law and jeopardized the lives of every person and living thing on this planet. Only the elite that rule this society have any reason at all to fear God. Because God is their enemy by their choice. When first contact was made with the people will rejoice. They will rejoice in the return of their ancient gods. We will be taught the truth of our identity and our place in the universe. We will have an entirely new, brighter future that we can embrace. The return of God is the answer not only to our prayers, but to our hopes and dreams as well. And for everything that we could ever want for our human race. Don't fear God. Rejoice. Rejoice in the return of our ancient, alien, blue-skinned, gray-named gods. Once the gods have returned, the human population will be advised of just how dire our situation truly is. We will be asked, do we want their help? Yes. Can they help us to correct things as best they can? Yes. And to provide aid for our survival? Yes. Which will give them authority by us to act on our best interest. By giving us the chance to consent, They are given the means to help us as best they can, to save us from ourselves. By accepting their aid, we are being given a place in their society. We accept their laws, their authority, and their familial bond. They are our creators. They genetically engineered us long, long ago. We are a part of their family. We are their children. We can accept them as our father race and as our ancient gods. They help us to save ourselves by making the hard choices for us. It's the hard choices that will be necessary to save us that will be seen as the vengeance of God. It is imperative that we stop all non-essential factory work. We must stop polluting our atmosphere. Every single atom of carbon and methane counts. We must stop producing non-essential junk. The destruction of the factories would be a blessing to all life on this planet. That is the hard choice that must be done, must be made. And we're not doing it. And it's killing us. We must make this choice or we will die. So when we make first contact and agree to become members of the interspecies society that goes beyond the earth, we give the universal government the authority to end our money-based primitive manufacturing methods. Vengeance from the mindset of those guilty with everything to lose? Yeah. But it will be agreed to by the population at large. This destruction will save lives. It will destroy the social order that entitles the elite at the expense of the masses. The poor will receive vital aid, and new social order will be established, which will create a balance of power that provides for all life for all time. Life will be forever saved by destroying the elite's power base. Bible passage. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Nuclear power wasn't the only technology received. Much of our modern medical advances come from the Gray. Since the Gray rejected the governments, they have been inspiring advances in medicine. Many of our modern medical equipment came from the government's exchange, and others have been gifted through telepathy in dreams and in inspiration. That in part to this inspiration, we have LASIK surgery to cure blindness. And we can amplify sounds to enhance hearing in the deaf. So the blind can see and the deaf can hear things that they couldn't hear before. This verse is realized. But it also speaks of ignorance. When we go beyond what we are taught about God, Gray, and human spiritual growth, we open our mind's eye and are no longer blinded by ignorance. We understand that life isn't just the physical things that we see. Things that we can touch and experience, that is ignorance. We know that life is multi-layered and intertwined. Knowledge opens the eyes and connects us to a reality beyond the physical plane, which limits spiritual growth. We look beyond what others tell us is true and begin to think for ourselves. The ignorance of others becomes evident. We analyze and readjust our beliefs in light of our own judgment. This opens up our minds to deeper things. We go beyond the limited views of others. So we can both actually see physically through gray given means and understand beyond simple physical reality because of contact with the gray through both physical contact and telepathic means. We can truly open the eyes of the blind. We can also unstop the ears of the deaf with tubes. We fix defects that multiply sound with hearing aids. We amplify sounds to allow for the deaf to hear. We can physically fix or enhance our hearing. And on the deeper level, we who use drugs, especially marijuana, can hear telepathically. Our inner telepathic ear is unstopped, the seal is broken, the veil is lifted, and psychic abilities are turned on. We activate our latent gray genes and create neural pathways that open up the stopped inner ear, your telepathic ear, and this opens up so much more. Bible passage. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb shall sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. The activation of our telepathic genes gives us superhuman strength and the ability to heal not only ourselves but others. Our ability to access the quantum field allows us to bypass cause and effect and alter outcomes. We can do all manner of amazing feats. We activate um, um, our we activate our once true powers of the priesthood of old, telepathic quantum entanglement, and the force of our will dictates what comes, not set down patterns of cause and effect. We activate choosing of outcomes, reinstituting the ancient priesthood. This unstopping of the psychic or quantum ear by drug use creates the gray priesthood. The priesthood has powers that go beyond simply healing the body. It's not just making lumps for the lost body part. It's regrowing the body part, altering DNA, activating dormant genes. These are quantum possibilities that can be actualized by using latent gene gray genetics abilities. And it goes beyond healing. When we combine our energy and merge our will, quantum practitioners can affect reality. What isn't possible for a simple priest is easily achieved by a group of telepaths that have merged their energies and minds. A single priest can heal. A group can do almost anything. So, to predict that waters will break out in the wilderness and streams in the desert becomes a double possibility. A circle of priests can call forth the waters underground and force it to the surface using their combined electromagnetic energy. They can use their combined strength to manipulate the magnetic quantities of water to raise it. Our magnetic will attracts the water's inert magnetism, drawing it to us. Thus, waters break forth. And here I will end for the day, and next time we will start with Daniel 4, 2, and 3. So until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you always be worthy of them. May you thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light. The unicorn way. Be the joy. Stay happy and high, everyone. Love you. Later. I'll never say goodbye.